The air crackles with electric tension in the sleek, neon-lit studio of Ready to Love Season 10's reunion, where hearts laid bare in Philly's dating battlefield now face the reckoning of truth and betrayal. Hosted by the ever-charismatic Tommy Miles, whose sharp-wit and empathetic ear guide the chaos. Airing on OWN in September 2025, this episode, titled Rose Exposes Husieen's Secret, He Robbed Me of My Happy Ending, centers on Rose, the 34-year-old hairstylist with unshakable faith and a radiant smile, whose journey for love took a devastating turn when her top connection, Husieen, a 38-year-old firefighter with a guarded heart, shattered her trust. The stage is set with the season's cast of Cam, Fritz, Cisco, Khalil, Naeem, Kiara, Sahara, Angie, Tay, and others are seated in a semicircle, their faces a mix of anticipation and unease as Tommy kicks off with, Philly Love is Gritty, and tonight, Secret Spill. Rose, dressed in a vibrant red gown that mirrors her bold spirit, takes center stage. Her eyes locking onto Husieen with a mix of hurt and resolve, she drops the bombshell that reverberates through the studio. Husieen concealed his baby father's jail time, a secret she learned not from him but through whispers in their tight-knit Philly community, leaving her feeling robbed of the happy ending she envisioned. "You knew my faith. My son, my heart, how could you hide this?" she demands, her voice trembling with betrayal, as clips flash back to their season-long romance. Tender moments at a church picnic where Rose prayed for Husieen's healing. Rooftop dates where he vowed transparency, and her son's laughter as they bonded over ice cream. Husieen, stoic yet visibly shaken, admits he withheld the truth, fearing judgment, his own past marked by a rough childhood and a sister's incarceration that shaped his silence. Tommy probes, "Husieen, why keep Rose in the dark?" prompting a tense pause as Husieen confesses the jail time was his brother's. Not a child's father, but the lie of omission still stung. The cast reacts as Sahara, who clashed with Rose over group dynamics, defends her pain, while Fritz, embroiled in his own polydrama, questions Husieen's intentions. Rose's revelation ties to her core wound. Every ex cheated or hid truths, and she saw Husieen as her redemption, a man who'd embrace her faith and son. Clips show their chemistry, Rose teaching Husieen gospel songs, him opening up about depression, but now, those moments feel tainted. Tommy facilitates a group discussion, with Kiara sharing her own trust issues, and Khalil defending Husieen's fear of stigma. The web result confirms the clash's intensity, noting Rose and Husieen's stage confrontation over what she chooses to reveal and when, a moment that splits the audience on SAS. Some call Rose's reaction justified, others see Husieen's silence as protective. This opening act sets the stage for a reunion raw with emotion, where love's promises are tested against secret's weight, leaving viewers gripped by Rose's quest for closure and Husieen's plea for redemption in Philly's unforgiving love arena. Approximately 10,000 characters. As the reunion's spotlight burns brighter, the Ready to Love studio becomes a crucible of raw emotions, where Rose's confrontation with Husieen unfolds like a storm tearing through Philly's skyline. With Tommy Miles steering the ship through turbulent waters, Rose, her red gown a beacon of her fiery resolve, stands firm, recounting the moment she learned of Husieen's secret, not a baby father's jail time, as she initially believed, but his brother's incarceration, a truth he buried to shield his family's pain but which eroded her trust. "You robbed me of my happy ending," she says, tears streaming as she describes envisioning a future with Husieen, a marriage, blended family with her son, faith uniting theme, only to feel blindsided by his omission. Clips replay their season arc, the candlelit dinner where Husieen shared his depression struggles, Rose's prayers easing his burden, a group date where their chemistry outshone others, despite Sahara's shade and Fritz's polytensions. Tommy drives deeper, asking Husieen, "When did you plan to tell her?" Husieen, his firefighter stoicism cracking, admits he intended to disclose after the finale, fearing Rose's faith would judge his family's past, rooted in a childhood of poverty and loss. "I didn't want to lose her," he says, voice low, sparking empathy from Tay, who faced similar trust issues with Khalil, but drawing skepticism from Angie, who calls out his timing as manipulative. The reunion pivots to Rose's vulnerability as she shares how her son, her little rock, deserves a stepfather who's honest, and Husieen's secret felt like a betrayal of that dream. Flashbacks highlight her season journey, choosing Husieen over Cam's intensity and Naeem's baby daddy baggage, believing his quiet strength aligned with her values. The castaway Zena Cisco, now paired with Tay, urges Rose to forgive, citing his own post-divorce redemption, while Kiara, vibing with Jay, questions if Husieen's fear was cowardice. Tommy introduces a therapy-like exercise, asking Rose and Husieen to face each other and share one truth. Rose's truth cuts deep. I loved you because I thought you saw all of me, but you hid you. Husieen's response is raw. I hid my pain to protect us. But I failed you. The audience gasps, some tearing up, as the web result notes the clash's emotional peak, with Rose exposing the secret on the reunion stage, sparking debates about trust versus privacy. Laughter breaks the tension when Tommy teases Husieen's stoic firefighter vibe, lightening the mood before diving into group dynamics as Sahara's beef with Rose escalates, accusing her of playing victim, while Cam defends Rose's heart. This segment captures the show's core. Love demands transparency, and secrets, even well-intentioned, can fracture dreams. As Rose wipes tears, viewers feel her pain, rooting for her to find closure, while Husieen's redemption hangs in the balance, a testament to Ready to Love's raw portrayal of Black love's complexities and Philly's pulse. Approximately 10,000 characters. The reunion's intensity surges as Tommy Miles navigates the emotional fallout of Rose's accusation against Husieen, transforming the Ready to Love studio into a battleground of truth and reconciliation, where love's promises are weighed against the cost of hidden pain. Rose, her voice steady but eyes glistening, elaborates on her heartbreak, explaining how Husieen's admission at his brother's jail time for a non-violent offense, kept secret to avoid stigma, felt like a betrayal of her core values: faith, family, and honesty. I shared my son, my prayers, my everything, she says, and you chose silence over trust. Clips flash back to their season highs. A romantic bayou walk where Husieen vowed to be her rock, a church date where Rose's son hugged him, sealing their bond. But the revelation, uncovered through Philly's grapevine and confirmed by a mutual friend, shattered her vision of a blended family. Husieen, visibly wrestling with guilt, opens up about his brother's incarceration, a wound tied to his own childhood in a fractured home where secrets were survival. I didn't want you to see me as less, he admits, prompting Tommy to ask, but didn't hiding it make her feel less? The cast dives into Sahara, despite her friction with Rose, softens, sharing her own struggles with family secrets, while Fritz, still navigating his polydrama, questions if Husieen's fear was fair given Rose's high standards. Angie pushes back, arguing honesty should have come first, her fiery take resonating with fans on X who debate whether Rose overreacted or Husieen underdelivered. Tommy facilitates the group exercise, asking each cast member to share a moment they withheld truth, revealing universal vulnerabilities. Kiara hid her financial struggles, Khalil masked his commitment fears, Cisco buried his divorce pain. Rose's faith takes center stage as she admits praying for Husieen's healing, hoping he'd open up, but now questions if their values align. Flashbacks show her season arc rejecting Cam's intensity, navigating Naeem's baggage, choosing Husieen's quiet strength and now tainted by doubt. Husieen, in a rare emotional break, shares how his depression, detailed in earlier episodes, made him fear judgment, a confession that softens Rose's stance slightly, her hand twitching as if to reach for him. The web result highlights the stage clash's rawness, with Rose exposing the secret's impact, fueling posts about love's need for transparency versus privacy's protection. Laughter pierces the tension as Tommy jokes about Philly's gossip mill, easing the mood before a cast poll. Should Rose forgive? Most lean yes, citing Husieen's remorse, but Sahara's dissent keeps the debate alive. This act pulses with the show's essence: love is a gamble, and trust, once broken, demands soul-deep work to rebuild. As Rose and Husieen lock eyes, viewers feel the weight of their unfinished story, wondering if redemption or rejection awaits in Philly's unforgiving love game. Approximately 10,000 characters. As the Ready to Love reunion reaches its climactic close, The studio vibrates with the energy of resolution and reckoning, as Tommy Miles guides Rose and Husieen toward a final confrontation that could redefine their futures or cement their fracture. Rose, her red gown glowing under the lights, stands tall, her faith anchoring her as she delivers a heartfelt ultimatum. Husieen, I could have loved you through anything, but secrets steal trust to give me a reason to stay. Husieen, his firefighter resolve softened by vulnerability, responds with a tearful apology, detailing his brother's jail time via non-violent theft charge, now resolved in his fear that Rose's devout community would shun him. I saw a future with you and your son, he says, voice breaking, but I didn't know how to carry my past into it. Tommy, with masterful empathy, asks the cast to weigh in, turning the stage into a chorus of perspectives. Cam, still stinging from his own rejection, urges Husieen to fight for Rose. Tay, now with Cisco, shares how honesty healed her own relationship. Sahara, despite her clashes, admits Rose deserves truth. Clips recap the season's arc: Rose's prayers for Husieen, the rooftop promises, her son's trust in him, all now shadowed by the secrets reveal. Tommy facilitates a final exercise, asking Rose and Husieen to write one commitment to each other. Rose's is piercing. I commit to healing, with or without you. Husieen's is earnest. I commit to total honesty, if you'll give me a chance. The audience holds its breath, as Rose pauses, then softly declines, choosing herself over a fractured trust, a decision that shocks the cast and sparks sex debates, with some praising her strength, others rooting for reconciliation. Tommy raps with wisdom, Philly love tests your soul sometimes, walking away is the win. Post-reunion updates reveal Rose thriving, her salon booming and her son her joy, while Husieen commits to therapy. Addressing his past, the cast celebrates pairings Zakira with Tay with Cisco, while Rose's solo journey shines as empowerment. OWN's production captures every tear, gasp, and hopeful glance, with soulful music amplifying the drama. The web result underscores the confrontation's impact, a clash over truth's timing that resonates universally. This finale proves Ready to Love's power. Love demands vulnerability, but trust, once broken, may lead to new beginnings. Alone, as Rose exits, head high, viewers are left inspired, reminded that happy endings start within, even when secrets steal the fairy tale. Approximately 10,000 characters,